What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl, Queen Janine, QueenJanine.com. What's up, what's up, what's up? Because I know I need a new phone. My phone be tripping. It's your girl, Queen Janine, QueenJanine.com. I forgot the camera's over here because the world is waiting for you. I was like, let me go ahead and shoot this video because I'm documenting my experience, right? On my way back to Vegas. Of like, book the flights, leave on the 22nd. So, my mind racing, everything. So, this video, I decided, while I'm out here smoking, unless y'all want to, well, I guess you're going to hear it eventually because I ain't going to be out here that long. Some reason or another, daggone mosquitoes is out here in the middle of winter. But whatever. I decided to just go ahead and talk about why I stopped dancing, or what caused me to stop dancing in the first place. So I think it was like 2015 or 2016. I'm coming home to visit for Father's Day, and there was another function that I was hired to host, or the MC, or whatever. So I was like, okay, I had to kill two birds with one stone. Plus, I was purchasing a car. And I was like, okay, I go there, do that, buy the car, and go back. Right? Drive back with a new car. Get here, do everything. The car wasn't ready. So I'm spending monies on rentals. All the money that I saved up, I call myself hustling, saving up, right? Get here, spend my money on rentals, spend my money on staying in a hotel, spending my money. Car not ready. And I get to the point where I'm like, look, just give me the car. Get the car, pay for the car. Now my little bit of pocket is like looking real slim, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I gotta hurry up and get back. And I forget what I was doing one day. Just playing. But I do forget what I was doing. And as I was about to drive off, I drove off. And as I'm like just starting to drive off, like pulling out my parking space, this old ass man calls himself making a U-turn, the widest U-turn in the middle of the street. And I'm just trying still to this day figure out how he didn't see me. Like, how did you just hit me? I must have had that car all of 3 or 4 days. Now granted, the man just paid me out of pocket, and I pocketed it. I don't know what I did with the money. I can't remember what I did with the money. But at this point, I don't want to drive back with a busted car. And I didn't want to spend $2,000-$3,000 just to get the car fixed. So, want. I'm like, let me get a job. No, I do not want to dance in D.C. The hustle, the clubs is different, not the same. So, I start bartending. And I was doing DoorDash. That's probably what I was doing. Because like I said, my little whatever, $6,000 that I had saved up, it was just crazy. So, whatever. Start bartending. Some time goes by. I'm like, okay, if I'm bartending, I want to get this particular job. And ended up getting the job. Okay? And as soon as I found out I got the job, I found out I was pregnant. So fast forward a whole year. I have a baby now. And I'm just like, I ain't gained any weight. I was all belly. Actually, I got tired of people saying that. You all belly. But whatever. I know when I had her, I weighed 152 pounds. And I literally got back down to like 125 as soon as I had her. So I never had a problem with the weight. I'm still the same size I was, with a little extra, I must have been a good 120. But whatever. So I spend my time pretty much just thinking, hey, I'm going to do the regular thing. I got a baby now. I'm going to just do some regular. I'm going to do the regular. Tried it. Didn't work. Actually, it wasn't working, but ended up losing the contract. So in that time frame, I saved whatever. Let's just say I saved some money. And here it is, a year later, almost a year later from when I lost the contract, and just still dealing with the personal stuff. I don't know if y'all know, but a motherfucker bipolar as hell, but whatever you want to call it. I think a lot of people's issues or diseases simply come from them not being in alignment with whatever their passion or their purpose is, or at least that is my case. And a lot of times the unsettling of the mind is just simply that you not being in alignment, you having the urge to do one thing but doing another thing, but that's why a lot of people just depressed and all that other stuff. But that's a whole nother story. I leave that alone. But this is what I'm dealing with, along with the what they call it, postpartum depression. And I'll share another video about some other stuff that I was dealing with. That'll be a whole nother video. But this one is just about why I stopped dancing, or this little phase of what caused me to quote unquote stop dancing. So now, here it is. She's 2 years old, and I'm just in a place where I'm like, not going back. It's like I can't go back. Some people can do certain things, and I'm just not one of those people. Oh, well, in this particular case, I'm referring to holding a regular job. Now, in the time that I was contracting for the government, making all right money. And though I was saving my butt off. I saved a nice grip. I was just not feeling the whole morning hustle, being away from my baby. I was just everything like, so you trying to block all that off and go to work and then deal with some other stuff that was just like not what you want to do, not even utilizing your creative abilities, or in my case, not being able to, really thrive in that position. I was just like, something got to give. Even while I was in the job, I was just like, something got to give. So that's when I invested in some of the lighting equipment, just for my blogging, because I've always known for a very long time that I'm a blogger. I feel compelled to share my journey or my experience, and that's just something that I've always been drawn to do. So here we are, still on YouTube doing this, right? So anyway, like I said, fast forward a whole year, and as I'm on YouTube, I see this young lady doing, actually, that's not even how I started. I call myself trying to pacify my mania, and I picked up sewing, because I used to like to sew. I didn't like to sew. I wanted to learn how to sew. And I started watching some videos on YouTube, learn how to do little things or whatever. And I came across a video where this girl was talking about how she made $100,000 in her first year making tutus and like custom onesies. And I thought that was the coolest little thing. Cute. I got a 2-year-old tutus. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. On top of the fact that I always wanted like a little clothing line for her, it just came together that way. When I had her, I'm not sure if it had to be afterwards, because I didn't even know what I was going to name her. But after I had her, I went and bought the domain name bellaroyal.com. So I've like always had the domain name, and now here it is. I'm making clothes that I'm selling under Bella Royal, and it's my daughter's clothing line. So, woohoo, right? Here I am doing this for about a month, purchasing all the equipment and the material and just everything that I need. And honestly, I'm looking at the money that I borrowed to purchase these items, and though I did it the smart way, i.e., utilizing credit lines and not my money, and pretty much having like 0% APR or very low. I think one of my cards is like 2%, but it's a promotional, whatever. I had been, with the money that I saved, I've been building my credit and working and repairing my credit over the past year, and I've been doing very well doing that. And I'll share another video on that. But I don't like to see a balance or anything owed. I don't like to see that. I don't care if you saying you're not going to charge me interest for the next 12 months. I don't like seeing that I owe anything. So I was like, before I spend my money that's in the bank to pay off these bills, I'm more in alignment with making more money, okay, and making it faster. So over the past couple of weeks, I've been talking about and just thinking about it more or less, how I really want to get back to dancing, or how I wish I could do this, or how I need a babysitter, and this and this and this, and just really trying to work it into my mind of how I'm going to be able to do it. And then one day I jumped up and I was just like, look, this is what we about to do, boo. Made a decision, kind of like almost overnight. And for the past couple of days, I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And after speaking with some people and confirming some things, I was just like, let me look at these flights. Looking at the flights, looking at the dates, and already having my mind, and this is how I am. If it's something I want to do, I believe in figuring out a way to make it happen. Because quite honestly, if you don't figure out a way to make it happen, it just pretty much means you really don't want to do it, or you don't want to do it bad enough. So that's how I've always been. So I booked the tickets, booked the rental, do everything. And now it's like more solidified in my head to where I move from what I want to do, or what it would be so nice, or what I really want to do, or what I really wish I could do, to I'm doing it, And after I made that decision, actually after I purchased them tickets, I just felt like, oh, and getting confirmation from everything, to where it's just like, I feel so, first of all, I'm grateful to even be in a place to where I'm able to do such a thing. But secondly, I'm just like, I feel relieved, like, I just feel relieved. Ain't nothing worse than being in a position where you trying to figure stuff out, and you really just like trying to figure it out, and all of your little mental mind power going toward, how can I make this happen, and how can I make it happen in the fastest way possible, and this and this and that, and not being able to come up with any solutions, or not being able to come up with solutions that are fast enough, if you will. So when I rely on my experience or my memories, I'm just like, that's the fastest way that I've ever made money, was through dancing, entertaining, if you will. And that was the fastest place, or where I was at that time, that worked for me. So I'm like, sometimes you just got to go back and do something that used to work. And that for me, and I've done this before, had that mindset or that thinking where it was like, what worked in the past for me? What has worked in the past for me? Let me get back to that. So that is how I stopped dancing, or how I came to the place where I stopped dancing. And also a little recap on how I'm getting back to the money. And everybody mad. I know. Ain't nobody mad. motherfucker, I'm really just keeping it to myself and doing what I gotta do. So I'll do the next video on my preparation process, on my planning process, because I know if this is like new to you, or if something, like if you want to do something and you just never done it before and you just may not even know where to start. I have this thing where in the past I was just like, just book the ticket and go, and you'll figure everything out once you get there. I've done that. Okay, I'm not. I'm avoiding doing that right now. Now that I have a daughter, a 2-year-old that relies on me and me solely, so I'm doing things a little differently, and I'll share that. But by all means, if it's something that you want to do or something that's just sitting on your heart and you may not have all the questions answered or all the, little check marks, sometimes the best thing you can do is just take the first step. You don't have to see the whole staircase sway. Just take the first step. And sometimes that is just booking the ticket. Sometimes it is just taking a leap and figuring it out on the way down, like dead ass. Anyway, it's your girl, Quenching, quenching.com, because the world is waiting for you. Go back in here and finish making these tutus. I'll make a video. Matter of fact, I'll do the next video on that. But this is for my stripper blogs. I don't know. And I know I'm going to have to do something different for the tutus and stuff. I'll do that on her channel because I want to put them together. I'm not going to be able to monetize this channel. And even if they do reactivate my partnership agreement, I don't think they're going to approve of the content that I will be posting here. So I'm dead in this whole little channel as far as monetization via YouTube is concerned. I'm just going to focus on, organizing the content and where I place various videos in the future, So I'll share all that information once I get everything up and running as far as like my other stuff that I do, because I'm big on like motivational speaking and just manifesting and, spiritually awakening and all that. So that'll be on another channel. Her clothing line and her stuff will be on her channel. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to just keep it simple and keep it coming. I appreciate you. Thank you so much to everybody that's, checking in with me and just egging me on and pushing me and all the motivation and just everything. I greatly appreciate it. So, love you. Keep doing what you love. And I'll catch up with you on the flip side. Peace.